I was asked by my boss, since I was so close, if I would pop over to Madagascar. So I did, and the next morning I woke to a lemur sitting in the window staring at me, and it sort of blew my mind. And I came home and I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's Ian Tattersall and me in Madagascar. It was wonderful visiting Madagascar with him. And here are some pictures of the tent, the famous tent. It was wonderful living in this tent and everything, and I entertained in this tent. I raised money in this tent. One night we were in this tent and I was serving some people, and it was the Tumis, and they suddenly said, "We're giving you $100,000. And I almost died. It was pretty shocking and wonderful, but it helped us start. Lemur Conservation Foundation is unique in that we work both in Florida on our reserve and in Madagascar in several places, mostly northern Madagascar. We support each other.
Well, there is interaction between our office and the office in Madagascar in a lot of ways. We do chat back and forth. Eric is our main liaison, and he keeps us abreast of what the team's up to. We follow each other online, and we chat that way. And our work is, in some sense, a microcosm of what's going on in Madagascar. But we have similar programs. We have education programs here and in Madagascar.
We see ourselves as a primary support for Madagascar in terms of keeping this gene pool going. This is incredibly critical work that we're doing. These are our cousins. These are our oldest relatives. We cannot let them disappear from the planet.
We're unique because we focus solely on lemurs. In many cases, there are only hundreds of lemurs of any species left, so it's a critical situation. We are here so that these creatures never become extinct. We're on 130 acres, and we have 52 lemurs that can range fairly freely. We have North Forest, we have Tumi Forest. It ranges 4 to 8 acres. We're building a new building, hopefully in the next year, that will allow us to have more lemur families, more room for them to spread out and grow. The building will be probably right over there.
Nice.
And then obviously the forest, they'll go out here and they'll have access to this forested area. And it's nice there's so much natural forest here still.
Absolutely.
And the goal is to keep as much of it here as possible, obviously.
Yeah.
The 5 facets of our mission are animal care, art, research, conservation, and education. We have researchers, we have students from around the world that are conservationists or learning to be conservationists. Some are PhD students. They come out and they study the lemurs. So we offer the best opportunity to see lemurs' natural behavior outside of Madagascar. So it makes us a very important research destination.
Sounds good. Thank you. Target. Yeah.
The animal care team here is first rate. They not only have the skill sets, they have the passion, which really sets them above.
Good morning, children. It is a birth control injection day, so we'll take care of that first thing for the mongoose lemurs. Lemur populations in Madagascar are declining, while over here in the United States and in zoological facilities across the world, they are actually increasing. And this is one of the major reasons why we need both conservation projects in the US and also in their native Madagascar, because we can't have one without the other. We need help. So the diversity of plant life out here is very different than it would be in Madagascar. And that's a big reason why we can't have every single species of lemurs. And some of them have very unique dietary needs that we can't replicate in a zoological setting. We currently have 52 lemurs here on reserve. There are 5 different species. We have red ruff lemurs, collared brown lemurs, common brown lemurs, mongoose lemurs, and ring-tailed lemurs. Some of my favorite red ruff lemurs, we have Zeke, who's an older guy. He's almost 24 right now. And he steals everybody's heart. You know, he's very, very sweet, but I just always have favored the lemurs, or the individuals that have sassier attitudes, and you have to build more of that trust with them. So on average for baby season, we'll have 4 to 6 babies a year. It varies on the year and how receptive the moms are to breeding, because most of the lemur species are only open and receptive to consummation for about a day, even less than a day. So we're building that safety net species for their wild counterparts. We don't breed our lemurs unless the species survival plan through the Association of Zoos and Aquariums says so. They're tracking the genetics of each individual lemur. They're determining who would make a good, valuable pair genetically, so we're not inbreeding.
So I really believe in art as a means of communication for conservation. So it's incredibly important that we've actually made it part of our mission statement. We have an art collection, we have an art database of over 600 images. So you can tell we're really dedicated to using art. Several years ago, we wanted to unite with Madagascar in the annual Madagascar Festival. And we get wonderful, wonderful images from countries all over the world, especially in Madagascar, which is terrific. This is our most important piece. It was done by Alexis Rockman. It's called Vanishing. I took Alexis to Madagascar, and what's so amazing about it is you have a red-ruffed lemur, you have a vanga, and then you have a chameleon up at the top, all of which are endangered. But in addition to that, the artist sort of rubbed out this whole left side of Madagascar. It looks like Madagascar is disappearing, but it's a very powerful piece. Science can be almost so tedious. If you take one photograph or one painting, one piece of art, that can communicate all of that in about 3 seconds. And I think that art just exacerbates that and pushes that message out and makes us feel it more. The Lemur Conservation Foundation is definitely my hope. And we are surrounded here with so many young people that are passionate about lemur conservation. We not only need money, we not only need funding, but we need support. We need emotional support. We need people to believe in us and to believe in what we're doing and write about us and talk about us. We are scientifically sound on this reserve and in Madagascar, of course. But we're passionate about trying to develop young people, try to teach and inspire young people to not only do this here on the reserve, but to do it in Madagascar, to do it all over the world with whatever species is the one that turns you on. We inspire so many young people to do something about the world.